Hello, oh Corks and Lummy, it's Jago and Lightfoot on Audio Heads, Geeks Assembled's audio podcast again. And Jago and Lightfoot this time are off to a parallel universe, maybe a couple of parallel universes, and meeting up with some folks kind of like themselves and doing battle with some remaining characters from a 1970s Fourth Doctor adventure, The Talons of Wing Chang. And so yeah, we're here, Lee and I, to discuss it. Lee, what's your opening thoughts on Jago and Lightfoot 13?
Yes, Jago Litefoot Series 13, the officially the last box set, as Trevor Baxter passed away after recording these, which
Yeah,
is a shame
really.
because you just get right into these characters and the wonderful characters. Um, another another box set of four stories, all with connecting stories. As you say, they found themselves in a sort of a parallel world, and each story is them coming up. So, well, each story has got some references to the past.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
because
you're
I think
right. Not
in
just
the
not just the Talons, right? Go on.
they said in the interviews and the documentaries that this was season series 13 was the anniversary of, was it the 40th anniversary of Wang Chiang or
Mhm.
something like that, and they wanted to put
They hit it
references to
hard.
that in these stories. So you do get the time cabinet. You do get them reminiscing of the giant, the giant, with the giant rat and Mr. Sin and Greel. Um, so
And
it's good to have those little nods to the past and some good stories here. I mean, the stuff with Nightmares, the first one, um, where you've got a time agent tracking down Magnus Grail,
mhm.
looking for Magnus Grail. And of course, once they get to you, once the time agent gets you, asking you questions about Grail, um, you're a goner.
Mhm.
Once the time agent finds out that Jago Lightfoot have been in close proximity with Grail and all, that's their target. That's the time agent's target. Um,
Yep. Mm.
Also, then you've got story two, Chapel of the Night,
Mhm.
where you what's the name, Mrs. Bartholomew,
Mhm.
um, sort of doing what Greel was doing,
Yeah.
stealing life essence force, but this time for someone else to come back, not Greel. It was someone else from I think she was from the future or something.
Mm.
Um, using these contraptions to garner the life force from people, so this man can manifest again and become whole. Um, a great story again. And then you've got the third story, how the other half lives. Now this was a bit confusing to begin with, because we get two Lightfoots and two,
Jagos.
um,
Mm.
and when you're listening to it, you're trying to. Well, I didn't really realize until we were sort of 15 minutes or so into the story. I'm thinking, what? Hold on, which? Oh, there's two of them. Which
Okay.
one's which? So I was getting a little bit confused with this one. Um, but we get the giant rat back in this one. So there's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of confusion with the people in this because they said they're in a parallel world where these people don't know who these, Jago and Lightfoot are, and Jago and Lightfoot had never met. They had different lives.
Mm,
It's all brought together with by the other Jago Lightfoot coming into this world. It's
mm.
a bit confusing, you see. But then you get the cameo at the end from David Warner and who was the other guy? What's the other guy's name? Because they're the equivalent of Jago and Lightfoot, wasn't they?
It
Um,
was
Aubrey,
uh
David Newell. So you get that, and then the fourth one was called Too Much Reality, where it's um, it's Mrs. Bartholomew is back, and you learn that she's controlling all this thing just to get back. She's been drawn into this parallel world as well, and she's trying to get out. So it needs all. Well, you need the two Jagos, you need the two Lightfoots, you need Aubrey, and you need Doctor Betterman as well. All in,
mhm.
to try and get out of this problem.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it was, and in this as well, it leaves this sort of on a cliffhanger where Jago Lightfoot pass through the I don't know, the
They
parallel
use the
world.
the golden bulb again
Yeah,
to
to-
transfer themselves, and they're never the fear is that they didn't end up in the right place again.
well, it's that is answered in the next story, which is the Jago and Lightfoot Forever.
Forever.
That's only one story.
No, it's
Um,
2 parts though.
not that I listen to.
Oh, okay.
Because in the box set it's Jago and Lightfoot Forever. Then you get um, two companion chronicles with it, which I don't like listening to anyway. Um, but it's sort of answered in that. I mean, in the next box it said Jago and Lightfoot Forever. All of Trevor Baxter's dialogue is from pre-recorded sessions. So he didn't record anything new for that box set.
Huh.
So they've used snippets of his dialogue and put them into their story.
Wow.
So yeah, because he died before he could record anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know there was another box set written for four other stories, and they have been released, but us only a download, and it's for sort of companion chronicles. One of the actors is telling the story of these four stories. What
Yeah.
happened? What happens between this box set and Jago and Lightfoot Forever? But it says they couldn't really do it without Trevor Baxter, really. So that's
That's
how they
right.
did it. But going back to this box set, yeah, it's pretty a nice little set. As I say, I got to the sort of third story. I was getting a little bit confused. Um, you know, because of the multiple Lightfoots and Jagos. Because
Well, didn't you understand that when they went into the bar and nobody recognized them?
yes, but it's when it's when they start splitting up, and you're thinking, well, which Lightfoot's that one? Which
Yeah,
Jago's that one?
yeah.
Because it's audio.
Because it is audio
It's audio, and if they're playing the same characters with the same voices,
with the
um,
same voices, same
it's
years old,
if you
same
don't
everything.
pay, if you don't pay 100% attention to
What
the
they
story,
say.
you think you can get a little bit lost
Oh my
with
gosh, yes.
but it's only a little problem that because as soon as you get into the story, grabs you. But yeah, I enjoyed the box set.
Hmm.
Um, so that's my opening thoughts. Over to you.
So the thing that was really interesting to me was that was the difference between Jago in the Jago Prime, for lack of a better term, and the Jago in the alternate universe, Jago, who the alternate universe is married to a barmaid
Yeah.
and has forsaken the theater,
Yes.
which to me was like, you know, the fuck is wrong with this guy? I mean, like, I couldn't believe that that was the same character, and that was a big change to me. I mean, I was like, I mean, usually you can take the man out of the theater, but you'll never take the theater out of the man. You know, people never sort of graduate from theater. I don't think anyway. That's just my opinion right now. Another unpopular opinion on this is that I think that they because they didn't have enough Ellie in this anywhere, and that was to me a really big shame because
Yeah, she was
here
only in
you
the last story, wasn't she? She
what
was only in the last story.
yeah yeah so I mean like she's not in it at all to me, and for me that was like, you know, they need Ellie is like Mycroft to Holmes. Brilliant. She's doing a job, so she doesn't live an independent lifestyle. She sort of gathers their thoughts around the issue at hand and focuses them on the thing that needs to be done. And like a good Girl Friday, or like a good Mycroft, or like a good you know, well, like a good priest or something like that. Somebody who was sort of a big help on all of these levels. Um, and Ellie became one of the team
Yeah.
way way back, second or third box set, and she was becoming like it. Uh, a lot of the time, her bar was like the place where the whole thing spun. And here's Jago with another barmaid. I mean, yeah, that was kind of interesting because it also was the Chinese connectivity.
Mm.
Of course, so that you needed that. I get it, but you know, then why miss out on Ellie? Why not just, you know, bring that one into the bar with Ellie? Anyway, um, and the Chapel of the Night seemed like a lot of it was all about demons, and it was all about like delivering power from these folks. And I just thought that that was I thought that was really interesting too. And and then the Stuff of Nightmares was great because it seemed like they were dreaming and then they were awake. And I've just been listening to a lot of Kurt Vonnegut, and
Mm.
you know, there's a lot of that goes on. It's actually it was I was actually like, oh, this is written kind of that way. It's kind of in pieces, and these pieces connect to these ones, and then the how the other half lives was a scathing statement on the the class structure of Victorian England. I couldn't say it any more strongly. It was very political to me. I mean, it was incredibly political. Like Jago and Lightfoot usually have a decent means about them, and they have no means about them at this time. And that was really interesting because for folks who have nothing, what does it look like when they need to accomplish something? It challenges every fiber of their being. And so I really thought that was really pretty interesting piece of political writing by Matthew Sweet. I'm impressed. I love a lot of the politics that go into science fiction because it just generally makes things more rich and more real, and that is another kind of science, that political science thing. So anyway, it's just another thought. And Too Much Reality. Um, yeah, I love The Infernal Investigators with David Warner and what's his name? The
Jamie
guy who
Newell.
played Betterman or Aubrey, excuse me.
Yeah.
Who?
Jamie Newell?
Jamie Newell? Okay. So good. I loved it. That was really cool. Um, so what were your favorite parts and moments in this?
It was, excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, I think some of the parts is, I mean, it's good to have the giant rat back because,
Uh-huh.
it was audio, but you could, the squeak, squeak, squeak and all of that. And to have Jago wanting to go down in the sewers to hunt it down as
Hmm.
a trophy, because that's what his job is now. He goes raking down in the sewers trying to find things,
Find money.
find money and anything he could sell.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my
that
gosh,
the
poor
theatre
guy.
no more for that Jago. But yeah, to have the giant rat back, it was a great little nod to Wang Chiang, and then in Too Much Reality as well, where you find out in this world, Wang Chiang was defeated by Aubrey and Betterman
Right,
without the
without
help,
the doctor,
without the help of the doctor. They didn't even know who the
right?
doctor was. Yeah, it it all, the way it works out,
But
everything.
okay, wait. Did you notice though that we're talking about alternate reality and Warner had played the alternate doctor?
Hmm.
I just thought that I just put that in there.
Well, David Warner's played a hell of a lot of characters in some big.
I know, but it's just like
Uh,
that
just that
you could do a headcanon with that. Anyway, go
Yeah,
on.
but sadly he passed as well.
I
Uh,
know.
so Big Finish are quite, losing quite a lot of their main ensemble cast. What they used. Um,
Oh,
Fingers crossed they don't lose any more for a long time.
bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap Tom Baker,
Hmm.
bubble wrap Derek Jacobi as well.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it was just the way you thought. All right, so it all worked out. It's the same story. They defeated all this, Mr. Sin, the Dragon's Eye,
Hmm.
um, and it came to the same conclusion that Greel was defeated and killed,
Hmm.
but no Doctor. And I thought, wow, so Jago Lightfoot had to have the help of the Doctor. These two didn't.
Hmm.
So I thought, oh, right, who's the better investigators here? But yeah, I like the set. It was to say I was just slightly confused with the third story, but then I sort of clicked onto it and thought, right, yeah, this is that Jago, this is that Lightfoot.
Hmm.
You've really got to concentrate on that story, or you could
Yeah.
lose who's who.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's sad because as well because this is Trevor Baxter's last
Hmm.
set book set, and in the making of documentaries on the end of this, I don't know. It was he says something like he would trust Lightfoot to do his own autopsy, and I'm thinking, oh, that's you know. saying that, and then within a few months, he's no longer with us. Yeah,
Crushing.
it is. Yeah, it's just a bit. It took me back. I thought, wow,
Oh,
we don't know why he passed. I mean, he was getting on in age, but we don't know why he passed. I don't know if it was a short illness or anything like that. Maybe he knew he didn't have much time left, but he absolutely loved doing these audios.
mhm.
I mean, just getting back together with Christopher Benjamin, and he loves it as well. And he's still with us, is Christopher Benjamin. So we've got to bull wrap him as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bo Benjamin. Seriously.
but yeah, it's. I know he's retired now as Christopher Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
But he does occasionally pop up in a big
For,
finish every now and again. So I think this
for
keeps him.
Victorian King.
I think they ask him if he wants to do one every now and again or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, like with Tom, they're keeping him going.
Yeah.
Um, that's the way these actors love these stories, love acting, voice work. They said voice work is one of their favorite things to do.
Yeah. And the good thing about their voice work is that they have these characters who they have played throughout an inordinate amount of time.
Mm,
I mean, like their characters can age a ton,
yeah,
and it doesn't change because they're allowed to age. That doesn't that 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 allows for the change in voice. It allows for the change in rhythm and patterns and stuff. I think that that's just the neatest thing about this, and I think that Big Finish have gone the distance with the actors and with the characters and held on and allowed the character to grow old and grow up and all that stuff too. I know that you know, that was one of those dreams that I had for folks like Jamie, was that they would allow him to grow up, and they did. And they allowed Mel to grow up, and Mel is amazing even on the regular show now. I mean, and they allowed the only one that it's really hard to get over the hump with is Adric because of the whole situation. But I mean, all these other folks, grow them up, grow them old, show their long character arcs, show them with their great capabilities, and how when they're empowered by the doctor, they stay empowered through the entire course of their lives. They never lose their ability to really master a situation and find the right the right answer by investigating properly. I think it's just neat. Anyway,
mm.
yeah, so that's my little soapbox about why Big Finish is the best kind of storytelling, because I love how they let them grow up and grow old, and you don't have to change anything in your mind except for your mind.
I mean, Big Finish has had back most of the actors from the past.
Uh-huh.
Um, Only the ones what they haven't is because they've passed away before
Yep.
Big Finish started. Like, so we've had
Susan.
Stephen, we've had Vicky back.
Susan's gone all the way to, she was the Lord High President of Gallifrey in the
Yeah.
alternate world where David Warner played the Doctor. I knew I'd get to it.
So it is good that they've brought all these characters back.
Hmm.
Uh, Even Adric, of course.
And even
Um,
after, but it's harder to let him grow up, right? Isn't that
yeah, I
true?
don't know. If you've listened to the boy that time forgot, then yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
So, but yeah, a good solid box set again, and it's just a shame we will get no more. I mean, we will do uh, Jago Litefoot forever at some point in the
Hmm.
near future. But say that's only one story.
right.
Uh, I missed the box sets
I
because
know.
each story draws you in
A-
on an
and because Lee, it's your cup of tea. This is your time frame. It's your kind of ambiance. It's your kind of reality.
yeah.
These are your kind of stories. I mean, I know. That's kind of I was thinking like that this would make you very, very happy.
Mm. So yeah, it's a nice listen, but also a sad day really because it's Jago Lightfoot comes to an end really.
Mhm.
I mean, they live on, as they say, Jago Lightfoot forever. They live on forever, but not on the audios after this really.
Mm.
So, but that's my little take on this box set here. So
Yeah. So I would say that some of my favorite moments was when they were trying to put the key in the cabinet. I thought that was going to be really exciting, and it was like, what the hell
yeah,
is this?
it was affecting the alternate Lightfoot, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, the Mr. Sin thing. I thought that was great. I thought that I thought that they're going to that bar and trying to stay in the corner, and like suddenly that was like the center of all the attention, and everybody, like the other guys getting in there. That was really fun. And and again, I just like to say this just was there just was too little Ellie in this for me. But those things don't really sink it. I mean, let me tell you, like it doesn't lose points because of those issues.
yeah. And
And so
can and I just say as well, there's another
uh-huh,
character which is part of the team, which is Inspector Quick, Sergeant Quick,
yeah,
uh, Conrad Asquith. He's no longer with us now.
I know.
And he passed away, I think it was a couple of years ago.
Hmm.
So, and he'd been in the since Weng Chiang on the TV.
Yes, quite.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
so he that's another part of the team what is no longer with us, and he sort of brought something special to the team and to the stories.
He did. He
Yeah,
was he was a good foil at times and a good partner
yeah,
at other times, and he was willing to listen,
yeah,
and then he was quick on his feet a lot. I mean, like if you had to go chasing somebody, Sergeant Quick would chase him down.
yeah. So I just thought I'd mention Conrad Asquith
That's good.
because he was a solid character in this as well. So
Exactly. Yeah. Good point. Anything else?
no, no, it's as I say, it's a joy to listen to him, but it's a sad time as well because we move on from Jago and Lightfoot from now on.
Hmm.
But
Agreed.
apart from that other one, what we're going to have to do at some point.
So now we'll just have to find more of the classic literature of the period. I
Yeah, I
guess.
mean, yeah. Well, there is also the one with Strax as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I forgot about
But
that one.
after these smaller condensed units,
Hmm.
we'll have to move into some more of the other fiction of the period,
Yeah,
from the period, to elicit the same kind of groovy response from Lee Wilson over there in Hull. I mean,
movie response.
because you got this whole solving mystery things. I mean, even your shirt's got the mystery machine on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're you're fully one of the ghost hunters. It's true.
I've been on many a paranormal investigation in the past.
That's true.
That's true.
Anyway, we so we'd like to thank you for for coming with us along for the Jago and Lightfoots. We got three more anyway. And we'd like to
Score it.
encourage you to go out and get them if you can. It would be a really good plan. And
If if you can.
if you can. And the other thing is join us if you'd like. Just give Lee a shout out. So Lee, what is your final say and your score for this?
I enjoyed it. It was a good send off. Well, a good final outing for these two characters, even if they didn't know at the time this would be their sort of swan song box set. Yeah, so the only thing was I was slightly confused with the third story because of the too many too many alternates and identical people. So for that reason alone, it's getting 9.5 time cabinets out of 10. That's all. It's just that slight little half point just because of the confusion.
Yeah, all right.
Once you get over the confusion, then you can get on and enjoying the. It just takes a while for you to figure out who's who.
It's a really good score though.
Hmm.
And I'll give it 10 big rats out of 10. Um, just remember to keep your cat fed. Invite them to go down and eat rats in the sewer. And then make sure that they have their vaccines up to snuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so join us. Join Lee and I as we can review anything else we can find that suits the mood, and let us know what you'd like to see. Let Lee know in the chat and in our social media to find him on X. We're at Geeks Assembled on X, and so yeah, you just Wakanda forever. And we'd love to hear from you, and if you'd like to join us, please do. And also, if you'd like to get notified when we're putting out a video. I mean, if yours truly can ever get around to putting it in the place that we get our videos so that we can upload them to YouTube, you know, and hit the bell. Oh, geez,
Oh, oh,
I got in trouble there.
that's a sign.
That's a sign. And then hit the bell notification to please make the make the make it to our premieres. We're gonna premiere videos every couple of days throughout the week. And anyway, we're just happy to have you. And thank you for watching, and share and like this. Because if you like it, the algorithm finds us. If you don't like it, the algorithm finds us. So just give us something, okay? All right, all right. Not shaking you down. But the time chest needs its people. So yeah, we do need people. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, if you want to oops, did it again. If you want to join us, you better have a camera that works, a microphone that works, a device that works on Zoom. Okay. And we record at 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time every week. Okay. Is that everything? I think
I
so.
think that's
Okay.
everything.
Yeah. All right. Have a great one. Cooks love me.
Quarks.